This week on Not Your Average Fangirls.
If you eliminate the first word of this song, that's how I feel about JYP. Dumb and stupid.
Oh my god. I had to think about, I was like, what is this song called?
Everybody's EXO man Kai returns with Rover. Jimin got the headquarters divided with his pre-release track Set Me Free Part 2. And you guessed it, it's Lucy's Simping Hours. We finally got to meet them at South by Southwest. And honestly, we're still giggling about it all. Check it out.
What's up, you guys? It is Not Your Average Fangirls. Back with another week of K-pop news. It is your girl Kat. It's been 2 weeks without Hwanhee. You thought I would forget. It's been 2 weeks without Hwanhee, but you know, I'm living my best life. I see CIX in approximately 9 days. Oh my god, I see them in 9 days. I see them in 9 days.
Oh god.
Yeah. By the time you're listening to this, I will be almost on the way to see my man. So yes, I'm very excited. CIX, I'm coming for you. All I've been seeing are these fucking videos from the concert, and I'm just like,
they look good.
And then Kiki and Mimi were sending me all their videos, and I was just like, you know, it's gonna be great. I can't wait to see Baekhyun Young in the flesh again. It's always great to see him. And I'm meeting them this time, which
Oh, they had like
She's
gonna look so cute.
Oh my god, a 101
bitch,
member.
I'm meeting 101 like after the fact. I mean, I'm collecting them little by little.
Yeah. One by one, collecting them like Thanos.
Yeah.
The only one I know I'm never gonna get is Gwanlin, because you know he ain't even in Korea anymore, let alone America.
Oh, that's right.
Hey guys, it's Cynthia. I can't even begin to explain to you how excited I am to talk about Lucy, because yes, wow, I am here to confirm that not only are we giggling schoolgirls when we talk about them, but also to them.
Embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
It was so funny. I can't believe us. I can't believe us. No, after meeting them, literally, we didn't even wait. Like, we were 2 feet, maybe 5 tops. And that's when we stopped. And we're like, we could literally see them. Not even far. They're right there.
We'll talk a little bit more about it in just a minute.
Woo, yay. Hello, everyone. So, I got tickets to see Dream for Houston and Dallas. But now I feel like I'm more stressed in the actual ticketing process. Like, getting everything prepared, like, things are just, I don't know. Y'all know how my life be working out. Y'all know how my life is set up. Everything is a struggle. I finally have, well, I don't have it in my possession, but I bought my outfits. Hopefully they look right. I still have bits and pieces to add to them, but that's for another time. But I will be there, and that is the most important thing.
And hello, everybody. This is Carolina. We all know what I'm about to say. I see Stray Kids in like 5 days. I am freaking the hell out, just like Terika, but just in general, because I don't know what I'm wearing. I don't know anything. I need a ticket for the second Atlanta date, even though I know I'm gonna get it. But like, you know, the stress of not having it. But I'm excited. Also found out that Ong is enlisting, so that was just like
sadness.
Yeah, like wow.
Hello,
so this man
darkness,
just,
my old friend.
You're just like, I'm never truly gonna ever see this man ever again. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna see Changbin front row. Wow, I love Barricade. Anyway.
Woo!
Yay, Stray Kids! Woo!
Oh my god, concert seasons.
Yep, it's concert season. We're all out here giggling over different concerts.
Yeah.
Over men. Gross.
It's concert season, but you know, we got to be selective because, you know,
Yeah.
we're as responsible adults now.
That
so we have to
sucks.
be selective of what we have to do now.
And we're like, you know, we love a lot of groups.
Yeah.
That's why I had to be irresponsible and go to South by Southwest for Lucy. Like, that was
Honestly, the most responsible decision I've ever made in my life.
Wow.
If I wasn't already scheduled at work, goddamn me being a responsible manager and doing my schedule 3 weeks in advance. If I wasn't already scheduled for work, I would have made it happen. But unfortunately, you know, your girl cannot leave a restaurant.
Put herself to work.
Unmanaged.
Oh my gosh. I didn't tell like any one of my clients. I didn't tell no one that I left. I was on the plane ride. I landed with 160 unread text. I was like, I can't even leave for 4 hours. Well, like during the work hours, unless it's like a really bad emergency.
Anything for Lucy, bro.
Anything.
I just want to, like, okay, if y'all were at South by and saw this, so it was Lucy and then Billy, and there was a couple bands before them because it was like a Japanese showcase, and then at the end it was the Mystic showcase.
Oh my god, the one right before Lucy, I'm
my
still
God.
having nightmares about.
Like fighting in my sleep. Hearing from
That band, I was stressed the whole time.
Shout out to the bass player. Like, wow, she's great.
Yeah, she's great.
The rest of your members, I need you to talk to them.
I mean, the drummer was cool.
The
but,
guitarist was fine.
The lead singer.
Honestly,
like,
just the lead singer. It was
Okay,
the lead singer.
There.
I mean, their vibe was cool, but the lead singer sounds like, I mean, he looks like he bites ankles, and that scares me.
Literally, no, it's true.
Like, he seems like he's
It's
the kid. Like, if
true.
you're in school, like, you're in high school, you're minding your own business, and you're at your locker, and, like, he just runs through the hallway and goes, nah, and, like, bites you. And you'd be like, like, yeah, like that kid.
You're right. You're right. It was.
Yeah.
I was so scared. I was so
He had
scared. I
chaotic
was like, Mom, come pick me up.
Bro. But starting from the beginning, like we are on Twitter, like we're at the hotel, we chilling, and then we read on Twitter that there's like, oh, there's like hella people there now. I don't even know if they're gonna let us in, and you know, I was just like, we gotta go. There's like people in line, like this place is hella small, and we get there, and the first thing we do is bump right straight into Lucy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let me explain this. Because the way it happened. Okay, so we got out of our lift after, like, we got the aux cord. And we obviously put Lucy, and our Lyft driver loved them. So, number one promoters always for Lucy.
Period.
Anyway, we got out of the lift, and we're like, oh, wow, I wonder if this is the venue. Turn to the right. Holy shit. No, like, all three of us at the same time, we go, oh, shit.
And it's them.
And then they look directly at us, and Sonia says, hi.
And we were
waves.
just like, hi.
We turn around.
Sorry, we screamed at you.
Are we that transparent that they just knew? They were like, yep.
They were like, these bitches are here for us.
Girl, we stopped in our tracks.
Especially, yeah, because, like, everybody else was, like, outside the venue and everybody was chilling and they were just chilling there, too. So, like, obviously people didn't know who they were or they were just, like, you know, not like us. So, they were probably just like, oh, okay. But as soon as we walk up, we're like, oh, shit! And so we're like, okay, obviously. And, like, not even saying that and, like, talking to each other or looking around. Like, literally making eye contact with them and screaming at them. So they're like, okay. Well, we know who they're here for.
It was so bad. And then
It was
okay,
so
whatever.
natural, though.
Yeah, it was like all of us are like, oh shit. Right.
I was like, damn. I haven't done this in
That
years.
moment was so surreal to me because I'm like, you're not a picture, like you're in front of me. Like,
Yeah.
like what?
Obviously we weren't expecting to see them right there, right? And
Literally,
so
yeah.
we get the ticket, get our wristband, stamp, whatever. We're like, okay, let's like check out the venue. And we go to the side where the bar is, and it's raised over the stage. So we're over there, balcony basically. And so we're looking, and I'm like, okay, let's go into the main part. And so I turn around, and guess who's behind me? One guess.
It's her man's.
Oh.
Literally,
Wow.
we turned around, she turned around, he was
Wow.
directly right there. And then I looked to the other side, and Hwanhee was there, and I was like, everything we've said that we're just like, no, like we're chill, no, it went out the window.
Out the
Lucy's
window.
different though. Lucy's
They
different,
definitely
though.
were like, oh my God, don't make eye contact. If you don't make eye contact, they can't see you.
Exactly. They were so serious. They were so like
Yeah, they were
zoned in. That's why I was like, I'm not about to go interrupt their piece. They're probably like getting ready for the show, meditating, being like, okay,
Yeah.
what are we doing? All that. I'm like, no. We still go after the show because I had full confidence that if that happened so quickly, obviously we would manifest our dreams. And we did. Then the show, we almost died. Actually, you know what, Terica, please talk about the ankles, man.
Y'all almost died.
because of the
Oh,
ankles,
yeah, okay.
man.
The ankle biter man, like, bless his heart. he was like, so everybody was like, the bands before them, like the first band we get there, they're like, you know, pop punk, like they're cool, we're like vibing, we're like, oh, this is great. And then these two girls are more like alternative, so like their guitar music is kind of like a little slower, a little groovier, but it's like, okay, yeah.
Oh my god, her voice was so nice.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, this man comes out, and he, like, I already know that he is already at a level like 1,000. Like the rest of the club is at like a solid like 90. He's at 1,000. We haven't even started his gig yet. He's gonna be like, my voice up, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. Because I was like, he's ready. I was like, he's about to put on a show.
Girl, he was stretching. He was stretching.
Yeah,
he was
that
like...
was the first clue that we should have known. He was like full out
Yeah.
having like a whole Pilates yoga session. Like he was like in the middle, and he had on tights in the shorts. Like
we should have known he was
like
gonna
running
do some
tights.
shit.
I was like, oh god. He comes out. They're like full energy. I'm like, oh, this is great. And all of a sudden, next thing I know, like this, there's like a eerie like vibe just goes like across the club, and he's just like waving people to come forward. And I was like, no, oh god, no. But see, it seems like the people on my side didn't quite understand what was happening. I see Cynthia like ease her way to the left, and Carolina basically becomes one with the barricade and the people in front of it. She like presses forward. I can't go anywhere. So I was like, well, I guess I'm about to just pretend like I'm 5'2" for a second and just merge into the floor. All I could do is duck, and when I duck, all I see is this man with his like legs like spread eagle, like just in the air. And I was like, oh god.
Oh no.
So the thing is that, like, right behind us, I guess there were a bunch of, like, guys that I guess were into them. Like, they were their fans.
Yeah.
So they were just, like, telling him, like, yeah, like, jump.
And
like,
he's like, okay, scoot up closer. And I'm like, no.
So then the whole time, like, that first time he did that, all I remember was ducking. I had never gone to the floor that quick. I was like, nope, I have no strength for this. This is not me.
Bro, my
Not
reflexes are so fast.
Yeah.
I literally saw that man. I was just like, I don't know, obviously my gut. I looked at him and I go, he's jumping, and I whoosh to the left.
Yeah. But see, you got it, and the people next to you got it, and Carolina, she got it, but the people to the right of me didn't get it, so I couldn't move to the right. I just had to just squat. And then as I squat, he jumps into the air, and I'm like, oh my god, he's like this tiny little Superman. And they barely get him. After all this prep, all this eye contact communication, they barely catch him, and they're having like the hardest time of lifting this little bitty man back to the stage. So at this point, I'm still ducking, and it's like they kind of decide to take a break, and I'm like, do not sit him on top of my back. I am not a resting stool. I am ducking not to help him over. I am ducking for my life. Like, I'm sorry that I'm tall and my duck is just the average person's height. I'm sorry, but I really am trying my best to merge into the floor.
It was so bad.
It was so bad. They were trying so hard. He did it again, and it got better. It's like a practice round. Then he tried to do it to the other side, and he ended up getting like his face cut. And then after that, I guess he realized, okay, let's do this more organized. And he started like parting the sea like Moses. He was just like, everybody part. So we made a whole like little bridal aisle, and then he jumped, and then they started like moshing, and it was great because I was just like, every time he did that, it was like a warning. It's like he knew. He was like, maybe I should just tell people when I'm about to.
Yeah, because the people in the front were obviously not there for that shit.
Yeah, they were tiny. And shout out to that Wawa that literally saved me from all of this too. Like, she protected me during the mosh pit. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Very
she was
much
super nice
appreciate
because
that.
she asked me, she was like, oh my god, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm totally fine. I just, I got bad knees, so I had to squat for a little bit. She's like, I just saw them. I was like, yeah, like I squatted on purpose. I didn't fall. Like, I just was not a part of that narrative. Like, I was too old for that. I was not ready. Then he's like climbing up light fixtures, and like this is an old tiny club,
and he got in trouble after there was like security came up and was just like, you can't fucking do that
because
like
what was the venue?
Elysium. Yeah, it's tiny and it's old.
Yeah,
and like when he's climbing up the light fixture, so like it's like wobbling, and I'm like scared for his life, and he's trying to jump down, and I'm like, sir, one false move and we're all going up in flames, because if you would have knocked over that light fixture, all the amount of dust and exposed wire that is in this club, we're all going down.
Not only that, but like even at the end though, like when he did his last jump, he hit the projector that's on, like on the roof.
No, yeah.
Like he hit his head.
Yes.
with that shit that was up there. I'm like,
no.
so we're just gonna pretend like you.
And
just
even
didn't do
with that, even with a bloody cheek and a mild concussion, he was still at level 1,000. I was just like, never in my
Bro,
life
he was
have I
like
seen
foaming
someone
at the mouth. I was
Oh my
so
God, that-
scared.
Yes, I hate that. I am not a spit girl. Like I can't like bodily fluids, like blood and stuff, like whatever guts. I can watch people getting cut open all day. Spit cannot do it. Cannot do it. So when he was like screaming and I was like ducking and I put my mask on for that set. I was like, no
Bro.
sir, no
Oh
sir.
my God.
Because
It
if
was
if
crazy.
I get sick and I can't go to Dream, I'm going to Japan. We're going to Tokyo, and I'm finding you. Because I was like,
Yeah.
person.
And then it was very routine, like Tarika said, because by then everyone knew their assigned seats. I would like go next to that Wawa, and the guy would switch spots with me basically, and then like be a barrier for the mosh pit. So like, good job, team.
Like we knew our roles by that point. So.
Also, shout out to that Billy fan that let our small, very, very tiny new friend step in front of him. He was like, oh, because Gosh was like, I can't see. Do you mind if you just make a window? And then he was like, no, just step in front of me. It's cool. And I was like,
Aww.
Oh yeah, because they were there for Billy. They were
Oh yes, Cass. Oh my gosh.
After all that chaos, though, we got what we wanted. So
Yes.
Lucy, and let me tell you that literally the door opened on the side, and you could just see them, and everybody was just screaming. I saw Gwanel, and I lost it. You cannot stare at God. You cannot stare. He came out and he was fixing his drum set. I was a goner. Do not ask me what happened. What was going on around me? Nothing. I was just staring at this
What
man.
color
I
was the
like,
walls, Carolina? What color were the walls?
I don't know. Don't ask me shit.
they're so much bigger in person.
Yeah,
Like,
they're huge.
They're tall. I was like, okay. And like, not even just like, I don't know, in
Wow.
stature.
It's a
like,
reverse JO1.
that.
Literally.
I'm still shook.
I just want to say that the first impression when they came out, I didn't notice nobody except for Gwanel, and he was fixing his drum set. That's the hottest shit I've ever seen.
The color he was wearing, he looked really good.
He was just moving shit
Yeah.
around, and I was literally just staring. And Tarek at one point was just like, "Calm the fuck down."
Yeah, I was like, Carolina, please stand up. The man is no longer jumping in the crowd. You can get off your knees. Thank you.
I was a goner.
I also told I would like lean over to Tarika and be like, oh my god, when song looks so good, because he was so zoned in. Like he was just like, my man was ready. He was like, okay, laptop here, what's the sound, how's the sound, until
Technical issues.
yep, then it goes dun 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 until it started getting longer and longer that they're setting up, and we're just like and Woonsung, you can tell Woonsung was
Yeah.
frustrated, right? He's
Yeah.
frustrated with the staff, the venue staff. He's frustrated with like the equipment. He's just super, super frustrated. And so then I was like, oh, he's mad. And he looked scary when he was pissed. Like obviously not pissed at us because we're perfect, but he was so intimidating. It
Yeah.
was hot. But I also felt bad.
It just sucks. Like, it was all fine and dandy. Like, Yechan and Sangyup were, like, sound checking. They
They did a very
like,
good job of like
yeah.
still
They
trying to
did.
keep things light and like, you know.
Yeah. They would talk with the crowd too.
Like
Yeah.
full conversations as if no one else was there. Like just talking to Wawas. Just like having just like, hey, how you guys doing? And like surprised that people knew who they were. Like even after
Yeah.
like it was us and then like one other person I think had their album there. We like held
oh
them
my
up.
god, yeah.
And they were like, oh my god, where'd you get? Oh my god! Like they were so. But then like 2 minutes later, they're like, our name is Lucy. Can you remember? And I'm like, what?
like hello.
What? The thing is, it was so funny when we got the albums out and showed him because he was just like, he looked at it like, where you get that? He's like, how'd you get that?
With
Why is that
money.
in your hand right now?
How'd you get that? Like, oh, we found him outside. I don't know. We just assumed that maybe the band that was playing here. But it was so cute because the whole time they were just really shook that anybody knew like anything about them. Like when they were introducing themselves, like he didn't even like they didn't even have to. We were just screaming their names, and he's like, oh.
He's like, you know us?
And it was like when they were talking about, because like Sang-yeop was trying his best, like bless his soul,
He
with
really
his English.
was.
And he
so
was just like, you know, he was just like trying to think of things.
He did great.
And then Hwanhee picked it up and just spoke in Spanish.
Yeah.
He was just like, I figured from Spanish to English it'll probably be easier. And he started speaking in Spanish to tell us like, oh, like there's some technical difficulties, blah blah blah. We're just like, oh, okay, like cool. He was just like, oh, y'all understand? We're like,
This is
So-
Texas.
You-
Texas, homie.
yeah.
Texas.
And the thing is, that is true. Like, so Hwanhee, like he did a cover by So Sonyeon.
Yeah.
And like he was speaking in Spanish, and this one girl was just like in Korean. She was just like, no, like I don't understand. And he was just like, oh, you don't understand? She's like, no, like basically telling him like speaking Korean. And then he was just like, should I keep speaking in Spanish? And everybody was just like, yeah, see, continue. Like
Me
it's
and
fine.
Carolina, all loud as fuck. Síguele!
He was just like, can I keep going? And I'm literally speaking directly at him. Eye contact and everything. I was just like, yes, continue talking in Spanish, baby. Don't worry. We got you. We got you here. It was
I
great.
will say some of the crowd was not deserving to be in Lucy's presence.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
But we would cover that up so quickly. It was like all Wawas, we all like
Why?
shared a brain. I'll get there. We all shared a brain cell.
Basically, what happened is that because they were having the technical issues, which I think had to do with like their, you know how they put a lot of like different sounds in their music and like the special effects and stuff.
That's what it
I
was,
think
yeah.
it had something to do with that, but I also think that it had something to do with their in-ears, because I think the first couple songs that they played was all out of memory. I don't think they were hearing
Alright.
anything. Yeah, so then at one point, you know, people were just like, play your music, like, you know, like play already, like blah blah blah, and they were just like, dude, like we can't. And but at the end, like you could tell, like once they had maybe like time for like 3 songs, they were just like, fuck it, like we can't really do anything about it, let's just do songs that can be done basically acoustically. And that's what they did. But some of the crowd was just rude, and but like Cynthia said, like Wawals, like we shared one brain cell, and we were like, anytime somebody was just like play, we're like, what, like we just started screaming.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
cute too, because I think that even like one of the stage crew girls felt bad because when they were like, oh, we only have like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, like how many songs can we do? She was just like, you could play like 2 or 3 more. Like it was so cute.
Yeah.
And I think they like probably talked to like Billy and told them like what was happening. And I'm pretty sure they were like, because they were like, oh, they've already been waiting for so long for us and stuff. And that's when the stage girl was like, no, you guys can play like 2 or 3 more songs. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like it was really cute. And I think for the most part people understood, except for like those random idiots. And some of them were actually like there for Lucy. Like it was weird, and she couldn't figure out like what was taking so long. And I'm like, can't you see that like they're having technical difficulties? Like they're not just standing around for fun.
Yeah, because there was one girl that was right next to me, and
Yes,
she
that
was
girl.
Korean. Yeah, and she was just like, oh, like, will you get an extended set then? And that's when they were just like, no, because like the next team, like Billy is performing,
Yeah.
like we can't, like this is our allotted time, and that's it. And you could tell that she was just like mad about it. And I'm just like, dude, like nobody expected this. Like technical issues are technical issues, and not only that, but they still did great. Like Yecheon
It was
and Sang-yeop.
really
They
great.
did amazing. I had a good time. They would be like, oh, let's jam.
Like if anything, like it kind of made it a little bit more intimate because they had
It
to like, it was like a
did.
busking session, and they had kind of like time to just kind of like interact with the crowd and just take in the fact that they had fans there, like, and they
Yeah.
were just talking, and like it was really cute. And like I felt bad because they kept apologizing, and everyone was like, no, it's fine, it's not your fault. They're like, usually our sets are so much fun, and everyone was just like, we're having fun, what are you talking about? Like we're having a blast.
And then
Like,
my heart
wow.
dropped when the frustration turned into sadness for
my
Wonsong,
God.
because then he
Wonsong
got
looked
so he was so sad and like
Yeah.
crushed, and he just kept apologizing to us in the crowd and saying like, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. And I'm like, no, like don't be sorry, I'm having a great time literally being in their presence. Like I would please any day.
Yeah, I also think
was
that
so
that sadness also kind of turned into like, wow, like because afterwards, and they were like, well, we'll try to play this like our like debut song like acoustically, it's not gonna be the same, but like we'll play it. So they played Flowering, and everyone was singing along, and they were just like, oh shit.
Shook.
And then you could kind of see like the shining in their eyes, like, wow, like people know our music, and we're like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, they were so happy.
Yeah.
when Sungyup, like when the crowd started singing the chorus, like you could tell, like, okay, I posted a video about it on our Twitter, everybody, but you could tell, like, he looks at the crowd and he's like shocked. He's like, y'all know this, like y'all are singing back to me. And then Yechan literally was beaming. He was smiling.
Oh my
so
god,
hard.
Woonsun too though. He was so happy.
Like it was magical. Like, and then after the show, when we went back to the hotel, we were obviously playing their music, and I put snooze on, and Yechan's solo came on, and me and Terka looked at each other and we're like, maybe it was a good idea that they didn't play that, because we would have been sobbing in the front row.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, wait, no. I went to the bathroom. I went to go take a shower, and I come out of the shower and it's just quiet, but like Lucy's playing, and I turned the corner and they're literally just laying there.
No, dead ass.
I was like, hello?
I was like, maybe God did not put me in that venue, because when Terika posted the video of them covering the House Moving Castle soundtrack, I was literally in bed like,
Oh.
I was like, if I would have been there,
they would have ate that shit.
I would have been so
Honestly,
bad.
I feel like we didn't get to see a set because we weren't all complete. Just saying. We weren't
That's
all there.
true.
We weren't
That's
all
true.
present.
But
So
it was surreal. Like afterwards, I was just like, if I would have seen, like if I would have seen these songs live, like I would have been crying. Like, so, like,
yeah, I don't think we were ready, to be honest.
they would have seen it all. They would have seen it all. Cause like, so after they got off stage, somebody, like a Wawa from the other side was like, oh, like, can you sign something? And they were like, oh, after the set. So we were like, bet, we ready, let's go. So we literally run outside because we think that they're gonna do it outside, and we're just like, okay, JK. So we go back inside, see them in the corner, we're like, oh my god, they're meeting everybody right there. So like we ran off to them. We were like, Cynthia was just like, we're not playing. Hello.
I didn't.
We are here.
Do it on purpose.
Yo.
They honestly just parted the sea.
Like it was basically that. That manager was just like, what the fuck just happened? And we're just like talking to them. And then like we're talking to Hwanhee in Spanish because it's obviously just easier. Yechan looks at Cynthia and it's just like, I know you from YouTube.
Yep.
No, he's like, I know you. I was like, yeah. And at the same time, we're like, from YouTube. And he's like, oh, we've talked. Because, like, you know, me and Carolina have gotten into fan calls. We got into 2 of them before. And he's like, oh, we've talked. And I was like, yes. And then Sungyup was just like, what the fuck?
He really was. I saw that whole interaction.
He was looking, because he was closest to me.
Sungyup was me. And we were just like, okay. Chad and Cynthia were like, bestie.
That was just me and Yechan. We're like, ah! And then he literally fist bumped me. I was like, what? Ah!
Just for that, I was just like, we need to open up the YouTube again. We need to.
But
Just
shout
for
out to the
Lucy.
manager too, because like most managers like hate their lives and they're over it. But he was so happy too. He was like, because we were just gonna get our signed things and go, and he's like, no, picture.
I was like, bet, say less. It was funny because after that interaction, like with Yechan, like Sungyup looks at me. He's just like, I talked to you, and I'm just like, yeah. And he's like, from the stage, because we kept going back and forth from the stage because I was literally right in front of him, and then I was just like, yeah, like what's up, blah blah blah. And then obviously my attention went into my man's Guanel, so I was just talking to him. But Cynthia was just like, hi cuñado,
which means brother-in-law.
He just starts laughing. And
Like,
I'm just
lost it.
You probably don't even know why we call him that.
He's never asked me. I call him cuñado each time I've spoken with him. He never asked. He's just like,
he
okay.
doesn't know. He's like, whatever, I'll take it.
I'll
Like,
explain it one day.
and what are you gonna do? You're just gonna point at me and be like, because of her.
Obviously. Duh. But when the fans parted the sea and we got to go right up to Lucy, and I was next to the staff member at first, and then I was next to Sungyup, but I go directly up to Unsung, and I was like, hi, and then like I hold up the album to show him, and he was just like, oh my god. And I was like, can you sign? He's like, yeah. Mind you, there's another fan that I didn't even notice. I was like, tunnel vision. Tunnel vision, bitch.
Clearly, we were more important though, because we had albums, and they were like, "Oh my god!"
I'm so sorry to that fan that was in front of us, because we, you know, because Woonsung was just like, yeah, he completely, like, she was talking to the other member, so, you know, she probably didn't even notice, but Woonsung was just like, oh, yeah, it's hiding it. And then I was like, oh, he has to take the picture.
Yeah, so we just,
oh,
like-
because we gave him all the albums.
Yeah, so, but we told Hwanhee, like, in Spanish, we were just like, oh, like, we came here just to see you guys, like, you guys did amazing. And then Cynthia was just like, yeah, can you tell Woonsung to not worry, like, it's not his fault, like, everything. And then Hwanhee was just like, okay. And then Cynthia's like, no,
I'm watching you.
I need you to tell him right now. It was so funny. It was so funny because Hwanhee was just like to him, and Cynthia's like, yeah, like,
Obvio.
I'm watching. Like what? That
They love
man was just like, what the heck is happening? Yo, it was so fun. And then for the picture, like, all of this chaos that you hear when we talk about them was embodied so much in those
Translated.
but like times 20, like times 100, bro. Like, we were literally buzzing. Like,
It was very sad.
You know that kid in that GIF, that meme with the cotton candy, that little girl that's like, yeah! Like, that was us. Like, when we were just like, can we take a picture? And they're just like, yeah, get in the picture. We were all just like scrambling, like, where do we go? What do we do?
Bitch, I did 2 full-blown circles, like 360, y'all, like full-blown, in front of Woonsung.
Yeah, like we walked 2 steps as if we were hiding, like if that was like enough distance so they wouldn't see us. We just like take off running and giggling. Bouncing up and down. The other people in the club are looking at us like, I thought this was a 21 and up show. Like, why are these children giggling and jumping and skipping around the bar?
It's like you don't even go. Let's say, you know, you at least go to your car and then you like scream. No, we just stepped outside and like,
Yep.
like we got up from the table and started screaming right there. It was just so funny because it didn't even register that we're just like literally like giggling, looking at our albums, and they are not even like 3 feet.
We turned around, and I was like, oh shit, they're right there, huh?
And it's just like, after I was just like, we said that we so cool and collected. No,
I knew that was never
out
gonna
the
happen.
window. No, out the window.
No. I mean, shit. I knew like we were gonna be excited, but I was just like, holy shit, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Oh, and also after we took the picture, shout out to the security guard that took the pictures. He took like really good ones, and he took multiple. Thank you.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, and earlier Yechan was like, wait, he said like, where are you from? Like, where did we come from, right? And so then
that's right. Yeah.
remember? And so we told him, and Sanya was like, oh, did you fly here? And I was like, yeah, like he asked how long, and I should have said 12 because shit, the flight I had to come back on, hell.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh yeah, because that's true. Because I remember I was just like, oh, like I came from Florida, and he was just like, oh, and I mean, and then I was just like, yeah, Disney World.
Yeah.
She was ready.
Yep.
Oh, we forgot to mention this. But so Sangyup at the end of the show, he threw like 2 guitar picks, and I saw it flying, but then like we lost it. And then we were like, okay, looking, and it was like directly under me. I was like, oh my God. And so I grabbed it. I'm keeping it on my phone case until I see you, Kat.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That's all for you.
Like we were
I'll
like
go to you.
searching. I had my phone light out. We were squatting.
Yeah.
We were like, where'd it go?
Do you have no idea? I was at work when you sent that picture. I was at like closing at work, and I literally dropped to the floor and started crying.
Oh.
And I should ask my owner for the video because there's a video of it from the security camera.
Oh my God, I want to
And
see it. Yes.
So I like dropped to the floor, and I was just like crying, and the girls are all like around me, like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "She got me a guitar pick," and I'm like crying, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Guitar pick." What are you talking about? I was just like sobbing. I was like, ew, disgusting.
Listen, even now talking about it, like my cheeks like hurt. Because
Yeah,
I've been
yeah,
smiling.
because it doesn't end there. Because when we were with them too, I showed him that I had it, like caught it. He was like, "Oh, and you caught it!" And then he did like he was saying, "Oh, like you're good, like you have good luck." And I was like, "Duh, but thank you."
It was surreal, honestly. Like, and the funny thing is that like we spoke to Yechan and Sangyup the most.
Oh yeah. Well, because like they were closest to us.
Well,
I
yeah,
didn't
that's
even
true.
register to go on the other. And you know, my man was busy. He was like signing the albums for us.
Unreal.
was.
One of us is the owner of a signed Panorama album. That's wild.
Rob list. And
Yo,
we'll
the
get
funny
more.
thing, when we posted that shit on Twitter, somebody was just like, a signed Panorama, and then they were just like, Rob list. And I was like, damn.
Oh my god! And they're gonna go on tour soon.
Oh, they said they're gonna come. Yeah, they said they're gonna definitely come back, and they're gonna like go on tour, and like they definitely want to come back to Austin because they wanted
Yep.
to like perform for the Wawas that were like there and didn't get to see their full
Can
set.
we tell them to
was like, oh, that's so
Lucy, if you're
sweet.
listening to this, can you please do it more than 2 weeks in advance? Thank you.
We would love that.
I need to be in attendance, and I can't do 2 weeks notice. Okay, I can't be
And I need to go to more than one show, so
exactly.
please.
So like,
Exactly, multiple shows. Oh, and at the end, finally, when we're leaving, Woonsong's next to me. I was like, damn, he's tall as fuck. Even in my like biggest shoes, platform, go-go boots, you know, he's still tall as fuck. And I was like, oh, you did good. And he was like, huh? I was like, you did good. The show was good. And he was just looking at me like, thank you. I was like, did you even fucking understand me?
Probably not.
He
This is
so
why I
cute.
told my cuñado.
Yeah, right. Listen,
she was like, Hwanhee,
Wait.
Hwanhee, hey, tell him.
I was like, hey.
yo, I'm that like we have that connect. You know, there's no no barriers in language here. We're just taking advantage. We're like, listen, we're gonna need to use your
I
skills,
love
baby boy.
it.
We're gonna
I
need
love being
use
able
your
to talk to him directly.
I
like that.
know. It's the best. Like when I was telling him that the show was so good and like they did perfect and everything, like he keeps eye contact and I was just like, don't do that to me because like Terika said, I need to get up already.
She
So,
melting.
please stop. But I was beaming.
Hwanhee was like, the girls in Chile weren't this crazy. What's going on?
Peru.
It's in Peru, but same thing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Shit.
it was fucking great. Like I literally wish we would have had somebody recording all of that because it was chaos. It was so chaotic.
They handled it well, honestly.
They were probably like, "What the fuck is happening?" We're just.
I
like,
mean, Yechon
"Stop."
fucking loved it, okay? I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah, he did. He was all
And Sung
about
up
it.
too.
One and Munza were the ones that were just like, so y'all are like at 100,
Yeah.
and
They
we're
were so
at like
confused.
25. So, but the fact that we just kept speaking in Spanish to Guano, he was just like, okay, yeah. He's like,
He
all
was
right.
like, damn, this is the most Spanish I've spoken in a while. Yeah.
Look at that. We love Mystic. Look at you hitting the lotto with a bilingual. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be English all the time.
It does not. I would also like to say that welcome to any new Wawas here because we're going to be posting this and we hope that they listen because, oh my gosh, I love every like all the replies that we got, they were just
I
golden
know.
or like the quotes. Oh, they were so good. I'm like, oh, I love Wawas because
cute.
we're all just like, you know, we just love this band. And Cass was also like a good example. This Wawa that we met through Twitter and literally had no idea who the other person was, but we're like, hey yo, Lucy is in Texas. Why? We don't know, but we are here too.
My God, I can't wait. I need them to tour, but I need to go to more than one show because I know that the first show, I'm gonna be a crying mess. There's
Yeah.
no denying it. Again, Snooze is gonna start, tears.
And then we're gonna bring all of our albums at this point. You know what would be funny is if like we would bring like all of
a
our
different
Gacha
album, and each
Yeah.
Oh my God! To each show, does it
Yeah.
have another one? Another. Hey, can you sign this one? Hey, can you sign this one?
Yep.
And then we go to so many shows, we run out of albums. Then we got. Can you sign this one?
I will
We
never
won't.
run out of
We
albums. I don't
won't.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If any new Wawa is listening, I still have Inside and Gotcha albums for sale.
Me too, please.
I got you. So Lucy, we want you to tour. But in the meantime, let's do our usual.
Tours. Who's
That's enough
touring?
simping, I guess. We got more tour announcements. NMIXX will be touring as well as Mamamoo. They'll be doing USA tours. So That's good for y'all.
I will be saving money. Money saved for me.
Yeah, money saved
Same.
for me
Yeah.
too. But anyways, I think this is Mamamoo's like first like tour in the USA, so that's pretty cool.
Oh,
Isn't
is
that
it?
fucking crazy?
I think so. I mean, I think so.
It might
I mean, I
be,
know
because
that I know they've been here like for KCON and stuff, but I don't think they've done like a full on
Yeah,
tour.
we saw them at KCON, but we haven't.
Oh,
seen them
yeah,
anymore.
that's okay, yeah. People are really excited, so that probably is why. Because it's their first, like, tour.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Also, Head in the Clouds announced that they are going to be having a New York side, like a New York stop, basically. I'm assuming it's gonna be the same thing, like the 2 or 3 day festival as LA. So that's exciting, and I think like ITZY will be there, like XG, the usual 88 Rising people. So they're expanding. And in some messy news, last week we saw that Nam Taehyun got busted for drunk driving.
Not surprised.
Not
Exactly.
it. We were not
Not
surprised. He's yeah, but that's really fucked up. So but we all know how this goes over in Korea from past. He's gonna apologize and then you're just gonna be like, okay, don't do it again. Sadly. He's just going downhill since for a while now, sadly.
Yeah.
And Ravi
A
got
mess.
a mess. That's another messy mess. He admitted to the charges of doing some military related corruption stuff, aka he faked some like epilepsy or something, to try to not be in the military.
The title of that, though, like the charge.
Yeah, like yeah.
Mama, I'm in love with the gangster.
Like
That's
we all
it.
know that in Korea, you know, like the men have to go and serve their country, whatnot. Like that's still a thing. And I was just not expecting for Ravi to be one of the idols to be like, let me do some,
I
you know,
see it.
illegal things.
I see it.
Yeah, he said, look, I am not, he said, I am not made for military service. I know who I am as a person, and it will not be me. So what I got to do?
Like find me at the office, but not at the trenches. That's
He
not gonna
said,
be
no.
me.
They're like, it's going to be okay. They may not put you into, like, active duty. He said, yeah, but everybody got to go through boot camp, and I am not a boot camp girly. He said, I am not a
He
boot camp
said,
girly.
I shoot a gun for aesthetics, not for
Yeah.
That's wild though. Like it's a whole thing though. Like I think it's him and there's a couple other like
Yeah.
people that work in entertainment that like did that. And then I think they like caught the person that is like forging all the documents and like doing all the shit. So he's obviously whistleblowing and telling about everybody else that did it. So his sentence goes
Wow.
down. Like it's
What
a
a
whole
snitch.
thing, bro. And I'm just
you
like
know, Ravi, if you need a wife to get an American citizenship, like I'm here, I'm available. You don't have to fake epilepsy. We can just, get married and you don't have to like worry about it.
and that's
my
it.
gosh.
Exactly.
And I live in Seattle, so I mean, I think there's a few things here you would enjoy. Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Really.
VAV Baron also left his company and the group. I saw a picture of this man and I was just like, you look like you've been through a lot. Like
I
he
mean-
looks like he's aged a lot.
Poor baby.
And I mean, I know. So that happened and I'm really sad because I know that like our friend Kiara was really excited. She was like, oh, like I think VAV will have like a comeback and like
Yep.
tour again. And I'm just like,
Yikes.
might be without a member, baby. Might be without a member. And in groups leaving their companies, LOONA, Heejin, Kim Lip, Jinsoul, and Choerry. We spoke about them leaving BlackBerry in their horrible prison. But they signed with a new company called Modhaus. I've never heard of them, but good for them.
Neither have I. Good for them.
Good for them indeed. And my girl Chu is still thriving. I
Yes.
love that. But I'm praying for the rest of the girlies that are still at BlackBerry so they can get out. But I'm excited because I want them to. I honestly wonder though, is LOONA like still a thing then?
I
Or-
have no idea.
because even in this article it said like ex LOONA member. So I'm just like, so no more fly like a butterfly?
I
'Cause
mean,
that's-
well, I mean, technically, if Luna's still a thing, then they would be ex-members.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, if the other girls leave, then like is LOONA still a thing? Like the ones that are still in BlackBerry.
Oh.
Anyways, that's too many questions.
Yeah,
I don't know the answers
man.
to. Kat, how are you doing with Boys Planet? Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Okay.
feelings. There's a lot of feelings. There's a lot of feelings going on. We'll talk. You can go ahead and say the next bit of news, and then we'll talk. I'll talk about it a little bit.
Well, this is about Boys Planet, but the last week, 2 weeks ago, we talked about Uptension and how we didn't know how the dynamic worked with how
one
many
knows
members. Anyways, Up Tension's member Lee Hwanhee dropped out of Boys Planet due to his health, and then Kuhn announced that he's enlisting. But did they say anything in Boys Planet about him leaving, or was it just kind of just like, oh, he left, and then that's it? They kept him moving.
I mean, they didn't say anything on the show. So.
Damn. They were just like,
Yeah,
well,
no.
he left.
That's what everybody, like, we were like, oh, like when the episode aired, everybody was kind of like, and then they
Where
put
is
like a
this
little
man?
subtitle. Yeah, they put a little subtitle at the bottom that was like, oh, dropped out due to health reasons. And everybody was like, well, that's
What the heck?
shit. Yeah.
Man, this Boys Planet is just wild. All I see is memes and people fighting on the timeline. So I'm not invested like that, but I'm now like curious how this group is gonna turn out.
Okay, so Boys Planet is a great time. Let me tell you why Boys Planet is a great time. It's like a group of gays and their two straight friends just dancing and singing, and it's great. And it's a great
Who was
time.
it that was just like, yeah, the twink, and they were just like, you're gonna have to be more specific than that,
You're
baby.
gonna have to be more specific because that like narrows 100 down to 98. Okay, like
Dang.
but listen, it's a great time for me. I'm having a great old time. There's just it's definitely interesting. I think the newer performances are gonna change stuff, I think, a lot. But I've come to realizations in the past couple of weeks since I last spoke about Boys Planet, and the realization is I don't want HYBE to debut in this group.
Damn.
But like he's like HYBE. So there's a contestant. There, my precious little sprout, this little chicken. His name is Heejin. He's just the most precious little being, and he's so talented. And he was born in 2007.
What?
Yes.
Well.
2007, which is more than a decade younger than HYBE.
Well.
And so,
Oh my god.
So I'm like,
I'm still shook on that. 2007,
Seven.
bro.
2007, yeah.
Like I remember 2007.
But he's young, right? He was born in 2007, and like there's a lot of people that are in the show that were born in 2007. Let me preface that as well. But
Wild.
when I saw the kind of direction that it was going, where like these younger boys were being like more favored, I was like, he's gonna stick out. He's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Like it's just not gonna work out. Not because he's not talented and I don't love that man forever, but I also like don't want him to be in the group because I don't want to lose Pentagon again. Like I've lost Pentagon enough times that I don't want to do it again.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't want to do it again, right? So thinking about it, he is one of my favorite people in the entire world, one of the most talented men ever. Do I want him to be in this debut group? Absolutely not. Now, let me talk about. I have a list. I have a list.
This is so funny.
So I have a list of who I think is going to debut, and then I have a list of who I want to debut.
She got this organized and everything. I love
I
this.
do. This is the group that I think is potentially going to debut. First of all, Sung Hanbin, he's going to debut no matter what. He's mother, okay? He is king of all kings. He does that like voguing and whacking stuff, right? Like everyone loves him, adores him.
Is
Extremely
he the
talented.
one that was like that guy in between that guy's legs on the floor?
Yes.
Amazing.
Matthew, love that kid. Listen, the little Toronto chicken, or Vancouver, I don't know, he's from Canada.
He's the one with the sister, right?
Yes, that's the
On
one that
TikTok?
his sister every week is like talking about how you need to vote for him, and like I 100% agree, right? Matthew, amazing. Number 3, Keita, my fucking boy. Everyone stands Cypher. I know he's gonna be away from Cypher for a while if he debuts in this group, but it's okay because I feel like Cypher will like get the hype they deserve after all this time. Keita, just period. I love that boy. I hope he gets everything in life. Now, last week I said that this boy was not prepared for a debut group, but I was proven wrong with his performance this week. Gyubin is gonna debut. I think he also deserves to debut. He's good. Yeah, he did well. I can't deny it. Okay, he did great. Okay, I ate my own words. Okay, I ate them up. Next, Heejin, my boy. I love that kid so much. He's so talented. Then Jiwon. I just think everyone's in love with this guy. Like he does all the BLs. Like he got a whole fan base behind him. I just think he's gonna debut, right? I wouldn't put him in the group, but I think a lot of people like him. I like him. I just don't think he matches the vibe. He doesn't match. He's like another HYBE. Like they don't have a, like a place. They don't have like a,
Okay.
Next, I also think Taehyun. He is an amazing vocalist. His speaking voice is like velvet. Like he's incredible. Great vocalist, amazing. Think he's gonna be one of the debut. Now, Zhang Hao. I love that child. He reminds me of Panna, and I think that's why I love him so much. He is like a little Panna on Boys Planet. Also think he's gonna debut. Now the last spot I think is a toss-up. The last spot for the top 9 I think is a toss-up between Jae, Jaehyun, and another Hanbin, but this one is Park Hanbin. The other one was Sung Hanbin. This is Park Hanbin. I think one of the 3 of them is gonna be in the 9. Now the group I want to debut is Hanbin. Hanbin just that boy's mother. Matthew, yes. Keita, yes. Haruto, my fucking favorite person on this entire show. Everyone vote for him, please. You guys don't understand how much I need him to debut. Like
She literally talks about him every day.
All the time. I love this kid so much. Haruto, amazing. Gyubin, yes. Yujin, yes. I want Gunhyun to make it through. He's just so funny. He's fucking hilarious. He has great vocals. And then Zhang Hao, my other boy. And then for my 9th and final spot, it's a toss-up between this guy, Jungwoo, who is so fine. He's just, wow. He performed 17's Home this week. Let me tell you. He ate it up. And Seungwon, who is a member of 1 to 9, he was in under 19. He was a backup dancer for ONES. He's just an all-around talented individual, and I need him to debut again. And then one of my other favorites, his name is Zihao, and he can dance like a motherfucker, and he should be debuted, and everyone should vote for him because he's really great. And also, I wouldn't mind if Yedem also, not Yedem, there's another Yedem, Lee Yedem. He's
all
great. So I also wouldn't mind if he debuted. Like, I have like 14 members that, like, if any of them debuted, I'd be Gucci with the lineup. Like, I'm fine.
I just know that things are heating up because how many more episodes do they have left? Like 2 or 3?
3 or 4. It's like in that range. Yeah.
Ooh.
We're getting there. Me and Pana like talk every day. We're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Oh my God, this performance. Oh my God, this, and this. And I just need everyone. I know you guys don't watch it, but I need all of you to watch the Law performance from this week's episode. Okay. Yes, they covered Law by BB. Yeah. Ooh. And that team, it was so good. Anyway, yes, everyone stan all the boys on Boys Planet. Most of them now are talented. They got rid of the strays. A little while ago, but
I mean, listen, those first couple performances, we were all just like, yeah.
I mean, there's still some that I'm like, why are they still here? But there's something. The Korean public be voting for people that just aren't talented. We've saw that with Produce, and I just. But who I will stand when they debut, Doyoung, Jaehyun, and Jungwoo, because we just found out that they're gonna be in a new unit together, and I am ready. I'm ready. DJJ,
oh, yes.
JDG. Whatever they gonna be. JDJ. DJJ. NCT DJ.
I'm excited to figure out what type of music they're gonna make because what is this combo?
I think
it's gonna be
sexy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
I love it.
It's just gonna be funny because Jaehyun, I'll be like, all right, meme, and then Jungwoo, I'm just gonna laugh, and then Doyoung's just gonna try to be sexy, but I'm just gonna be like, I can't take you seriously because you don't even take yourself seriously.
Oh, I take him seriously.
I was like, I'm ready.
Why does that name sound familiar? I still know all of NCT, y'all. Yeah, I know. Boo, tomato, but like, that's a lot.
Doyoung. You know all of them.
You know all of them.
It's like
I probably recognize them, but
exactly.
I don't know their names.
Jaehyun is Jeffrey. Jeffrey is Jaehyun.
Yeah. Oh, that one.
Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jamal, as he goes by now. Jamal.
Is that what he goes by?
No, like they asked him, there's like a
They
video
changed.
or whatever where he said, like, they were like saying, like, oh, what's your name? Or like, they're like doing like a skit. He's like, oh, Jamal.
Jeffrey. Okay, Jeffrey.
What the fuck?
It's like Seunghoon from CIX. He's like, no, don't call me Seunghoon on tour. My name is Mark. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Mark with the C,
Sure.
not a K. With the C.
Mark with the C.
But I'm excited. A lot of people are saying that it's gonna be like EXO's like CBX or maybe like 17's unit of Hoshi, Seungkwan, and DK.
I'm excited.
This wasn't the unit I was expecting, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah, me neither. but I'm excited regardless. And talking about SM, Aespa also got announced that they're going to be in San Francisco's Outside Lands Festival, which will be happening August 11th through the 13th. So if you guys are in that area and want to go see Aespa and be in the next level, they're gonna be there. But anyways, exciting for them though. And in some more SM news,
Girl, I'm over it.
yeah, I'm completely
Yeah.
over it. But basically, Kakao outbid HYBE.
I feel like HYBE was over it too, and that's why they're like, whatever.
Like,
Yeah.
that's basically what it was. They were just like, we got tired of it. They saw how much commotion probably and attention it was getting, and like how it was like getting in a bad light, and they were just like,
Yeah,
oh fuck
getting
it,
out of
like
hand.
just fuck it, I'm out.
They were like, we were just trying to help them out, but whatever.
Exactly. So they were just like,
Vaya con Dios.
like y'all can do whatever y'all want with your Kakao shit. Bye. Like, I'm out.
The real monopoly.
Now, yeah, I was about to say, now a real monopoly is happening with Kakao.
Yeah, but like how petty it is that they were just like, well, we're just gonna offer more money because we just have money to throw because we want this thing and we want to win. I'm just like,
Because
okay.
we want it, and we want it now.
Basically, that's basically all that they
Wouldn't
did.
it be hilarious if like Lee Suman went to Bang PD and was like, yo, can you like pretend to want to invest in this? And then like, Kakao's gonna pay more money, right? So then they just gonna
Right.
keep giving me money and keep giving me money until they give me like an outrageous amount of money. And Bang was like, we go back. I do that for
I got
you,
you,
homie.
homie.
So he did it, and then Kakao was like, "Ha, we got you." And then like Lee Suman and Bang PD are in their penthouse with their 19-year-old girlfriends and their bottle of like Jack, like,
Oh my god, not the name
Kakao.
to your girlfriend.
horrible?
So
Horrible.
Ew, I would hope that Big isn't like that.
didn't he have a young girlfriend previously?
Yeah, but not that young. Shit.
I mean, look.
They were just shook.
But moving along from the mess, let's go into the best mess, which is our comebacks. Yay!
Woo!
Jimin from BTS released his is a pre-release to his solo debut, Set Me Free Part 2. Where's the Part 1? We don't know, but it's fine.
I think it's because it's like it's Yoongi's thing.
Yeah.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
it because of that? Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
because I thought about it, but I was just like, am I just making shit up? Like, you know.
No, he said it.
So I will say my piece that I am not very fond of this song. I don't hate it, but I also don't like it. And the visuals are dope, but that's about it. Thank you.
I mean, in fact,
That's all I gotta say. Besides
Facts.
that,
No, I was like, I didn't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. And honestly, usually I vibe with it either way, but I was just confused most of the time, to be honest with you. But the choreograph was amazing, so you know.
see, yeah, like that's what I said too. I was like, the visuals.
I don't
all
hate
in
the
music
song either,
video.
though. Like, I've heard it a couple more times, so you know, she's here.
I, however, am in love with the song.
I too like it.
I love anything with a marching band feel to it. The vibe of like the marching band, that whole thing. It reminded me of when they did On, which fucking love On.
Oh,
And
love.
so-
Which there are some parallels with
Mhm.
On.
Yeah.
In the music video. But it also makes sense, sorry that I'm interrupting, but it also makes sense because On is not one of my favorite BTS songs ever. Like
I love
I
On.
do not go out of my way to listen to On. So
But yeah, no, I definitely love the whole marching band aspect. I love the horns in this, that like whole dun,
Yes.
dun, 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 dun. Like that just it until Tarika mentioned it, I didn't realize it, but it was nostalgia. Like it was like Friday nights at a high school football game in Texas, and this is the song that the marching band would play, right? So that, or anything like that. So like that sense of nostalgia I really loved. Like people are like, oh, this auto tune is too much and blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, well, it's a pre-release. It's not, first of all, it's not the title track. It's a pre-release song. Second of all, and they're like, Jimin's never gonna be able to perform this live. Second of all, who performs live anymore in K-pop anymore? Third of all,
right.
auto-tune is a tool at this point in music, not just...
I mean, y'all can't tell me that nobody was bumping to T-Pain. No one knew what T-Pain's real voice sounded like until 2 yeyears ago.
Like, not only T-Pain, but there's so many artists that, like, use auto-tune heavily in, like, their songs to do... Bitch, Sick K is successful. Can we please? Like...
At least for me, I didn't like the way that they use auto-tune in this song, though. But, you know,
the thing
it is what it
didn't
is.
sit right with me was that, well, I mean, I guess it was just repeating the words, but at the same time, that's also how songs are made.
This is what I think the situation is. I think people had an expectation of what he was going to do. I think people had an expectation.
I had zero expectation.
I know, me too. I had no expectation going into what Jimin was going to do because I knew Jimin could go one of 85 ways. Because that's just like the person.
Because hello, what's your flavor? He's got it.
So I think people had an expectation of what they wanted Jimin to release, which I mean is fine as a fan, as a spectator, as a person that listens to their music or wants what they want. That's fine. And he didn't deliver that for people. And that's also fine because I don't think people make music, yes, to appease an audience, but people also make music as self-expression. So whatever he was feeling in this moment, he knew that, some people probably wouldn't understand it, but some people probably will really like it. And I think there was an expectation for Jimin. And when he didn't hit what people thought it was going to be, people were like, oh, well, this is fucking awful. This is terrible. Like, this isn't good. Where I don't think that's the case. I just think it's not what people wanted.
I don't think it's awful.
Yeah, I think that's what it is too. Like, I think that's the whole concept of what like BTS is doing right now. Like, they're each of them, like their first like solo, like they're like lately their solos or their pre-releases have been like completely out of the norm or different from like what you expected as the group
perception
sound or like what people, because like people expect like sexy, like very sultry Jimin, right? No one expected him to be like cussing out haters and stuff or whatever. So like I think that like it was kind of jarring for some people because they were expecting like, oh, this is what we're gonna get from him and blah blah blah. But I think that's like the whole point of what they're doing. Like, this is the first time that they're each trying to do solos outside of their group, because they've had solo songs within BTS, but like solo songs like all of them outside of their group. And I think there are just like, this is the time for me to kind of find my sound, find my color, experiment. Like maybe this is the one song that he was just like, let's just do some weird, just to do some random stuff that no one is ever gonna think that I'm gonna do, and like the rest of his album could be completely different in this like whatever you expect Jimin to make. So I think like that's like what they're all kind of doing. They're just kind of like throwing things out there and finding their sound and their color, and like sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss, but that's like, I feel like that's part of like the process, because I feel like on the other hand, for some people, if he would have given them exactly what they wanted, then they would be like, oh, this is the same thing as BTS. Like, I thought they were trying to do solo things, or like, I think this is getting boring. He needs to like try to grow. So I think I think this is kind of fun that he just decided to do something like completely random. But like Kat, the reason why I was so drawn to it is because it has that like the horns and the drum, like the marching band element to it. Like it's very, I was like, ooh, yes. So like the instrumental and like, I don't know, I like this little Jimin where he's trying to be all like
hard and shit. Yeah, it reminds me of like when BTS first debuted, when he was in his snapback and he was like, what, bitch?
Oh
he
my
was
God.
in his wife beaters and he was like, what the fuck you looking
I'm a
at?
man, I'm from
Like,
I'll fuck you
like,
up.
You know, it was one of those things where I just, you know, again, I understand not everyone likes a piece of music. Like, I get it. But for people to, like, just actively be like, Jimin is so trash. I'm like, come on, y'all. Reel it in. Reel it in. Most of the,
Drop a pin.
a lot of the timeline, too, is people that are like, oh, I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting him to go the more Kai Taemin route. And I was like, yeah, but if he would have done that, y'all would have been like, oh, look, he's trying to be like Kai and Taemin. So, like, there's no way
That's why. They can
Jimin
never
could've
win.
won.
They can
Yeah,
never
there's
win.
no way that Jimin could have won in this situation. Like, no matter which
might as
way
well
it
do what you
went.
want.
Exactly. No matter which way it went, I feel like BTS are at that stage where they know that, like, people aren't gonna like it. Like, some people aren't gonna like it, and they're just like, you know, whatever the fuck I want to do, I'm gonna do. Like, fuck it. Let me just, like, make the music I want. Like, I don't really care, which is really what the song is entirely about. He's like, fuck you guys
which
if
is
you guys
cool
have a
too,
problem.
because like I like that there are people who are all about BTS but didn't really like this, and I like that there are people who maybe weren't all about BTS but did connect with this. Like, I like when there's a discourse and there are people that'll be like, hey, like, it just wasn't my cup of tea, but I'm excited for the rest of the album. Or some people that like, wow, like, I didn't even think I would like this. Yeah, like, great. Like, so like when Carolyn was like, I didn't like it, and I was just like, no, I can see that, like, because you know, like, your music sound and your style and what you like gravitate towards. And so like when I heard it, like, I knew Kat would like it because I was just like that connection there. And when I heard it, I knew Carolina would be like, because that's it's not her.
I was like,
and that's
this
fine.
ain't it.
And I think that there's a way that you can discuss music that you don't like in like a polite manner, you know, like, because there's some people like on the interwebs who were like, didn't like this one song from him, and they're like, he's trash, this man is untalented. I'm like, but you got like 18 BTS songs that are like Jimin driven on your playlist. So it's like, it's okay for you to say that you don't like a song by an artist that you typically do like without making it seem like now their whole career is in shambles because there's like one song. Because if that was the truth, I would not be an NCT stan when my van came out. If I was to take that route, when my van came out and I would be like, they made this song, I'm never listening to them again. Talentless.
I always forget about my van. I hate that song.
So I'm just like,
purpose.
there's a way you can go about to say things that you don't like without completely bashing this art. Like, because even though you may hate it, like, this artist did take the time to like make this and put their like, cause you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, NMIXX, not my
I'm
thing.
excited for the album.
Not my jam. But like, never will I say that the NMIXX girls are untalented. Like, I just don't vibe with their music. So I think that like some people are just like, I feel like the bigger you are, like the bigger your group is, like when you have your like BTSs, your 17s, your like, you know, like your Twices and things like that. When you do something out of the norm or something that's not that great, it's like a colossal like, wow, like this is terrible. I don't know what direction are they doing. They're never going to come back from this. Whereas if you have like a smaller group that's trying to find their color and sound, it's just like, it's not for me, but let's see. Well, you'll keep an eye on them and see how they go. You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of like a double standard for bigger groups. And it's like, don't be so mean. like, geez.
Like for me, like I heard it and I was just like, this is a mess. I hate the autotune. No. And that was it. But I was just like, but he decided to put it out. He decided that this was the final shit that he wanted to do and that he liked it. So like, fuck it. Who am I to tell him no? He's the one doing the art. And then that doesn't force me to listen to this song.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna skip it every time. But
it's just
it
like
is what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna just bash him. Like, Serendipity, one of my favorite songs. Like, I love Jimin. I love his voice. And I think and I get the message of the song, because even the whole set me free thing is like, oh, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, he can be himself. Like, you know, like, let me go from the BTS shambles and know that I am a person myself. Mm-hmm. So I get it. But yeah, the song was just not my cup of tea. That was it.
I wish K would release his fucking mixtape already. Like, baby, I've been waiting years. You have 70 songs on it.
Aside from the song, the visuals of this music video were beautiful. The dancers crushed it.
Oh my god,
Jimin
amazing.
looked great. The part where like it went dark, like square by square, and then he came out with like German written on him everywhere. I was like, oh, this is for me. I said, this is for me.
Yeah, he had the jitties out and everything. I was like, okay, sir.
His jitties were out.
The nipples were nippling.
They were.
Like, okay.
It was crazy. He did it. He was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it for everybody. Here you go.
Yeah.
But I really liked it at the end, the transition, when they like engulfed him. And then he came out and like the clothing changed, and it was like more of like the typical outfit we see when he's out and about.
I got chills just thinking about it. Oh god.
Yeah, and I was just like, damn.
I love Jimin. I'd be forgetting sometimes, but I love Jimin so much.
I'd be forgetting sometimes.
Anyway, we love Jimin in this household. We gonna talk about somebody who doesn't love Jimin though. Twice came back.
I think it was a whole just one member.
Like, funny enough is that the songs are called the same, because Twice came out with Set Me Free as well.
LOL.
Yeah, it's just funny. Shout out to Gio for having an amazing lip piercing. Thank you.
Yeah, so did someone else did too. Nayeon, right?
I think so.
Had the same one.
It was Nayeon.
But also shout out to Mina for carrying this entire comeback on her back. Mina did that. Mina, yeah, she just ate.
Sana looking breathtakingly beautiful. My God, wow. And Chaeyoung is the coolest bitch ever. I love her. Like,
You're right.
she is so cool. But song itself, like, I like the song.
fucking
It's
love
not my
this
favorite
song.
title track by them. You don't like it?
I
She said
love
she
this
does,
song.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you said I
song.
fucking hate this song. And I was like,
No.
damn.
Like, wow, okay.
No.
Yeah, no, I really do like this song. It's not my favorite title track by them, but I see the vision. I enjoy the vision, and I think that they fucking delivered. Like, they look great, they sound great, they demand attention, and honestly, they deserve it because it's twice.
Yeah, this chorus is everything to me. That just the synths, the 80s, like 90s. Yep, just that whole vibe is just. I love that. That's the vibe in K-pop right now. Like, keep it that way.
That's true.
I don't want to hear any more beep 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 beep. Like, stop.
Yeah, I love Grown and Sexy Mature Twice. They're great.
Yes.
They
Same.
still have this air of cuteness about them, but
Yep.
it's not like juvenile. You know what I mean? In the sense where it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I like it.
Also, they were on the Kelly Clarkson show, which, you know, as a Texan, we love Kelly. As Texans, we love Kelly.
It was so wholesome.
They were
Yeah.
so cute.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw the clip of when Kelly was just like trying to say Shui's name.
Oh yeah.
And she
Yeah.
was just like, how do you want me to say it? And she was just like, Shui. And I was like, she's so cute.
But also love that Kelly actually like was like, no, how do you pronounce your name?
Yeah,
Like,
heck
don't
yeah.
be
Yeah.
like, no, it's okay. Tell me how right now.
I love our
Yeah.
girl Kelly.
We love a Texan.
I love that they are doing all this like promo out here, and they're getting ready for their tour, like their stadium
I will
tour.
be there.
They dropped the, I think, like the seating charts for it.
Oh, did they? I didn't see that, but I'll be there anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Like, it's just like it showed up like when you go to the ticket listing, basically.
Oh, okay.
Like, now you can see it. And, you know, going back into the 80s, like synth, CRAVITY also
They're so fucking
dropped
adorable.
Groovy.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. They're so fucking
love the
cute.
name.
Hyungjun, little baby that always looked like he was about to cry.
So
He's so
precious.
So
adorable.
cute.
They're
He's
so
so precious.
precious. Minhee is so adorable. I was just
I
like
know.
squeaking. I was like,
I can't. I love that they're thriving and doing so well. They got like, I think they got like a couple wins already with this song. But I love it so much. I really do love this song. It's so fun. This one reminds me of 17, like early 17 so much. And I
no
wanted
wonder
to
she's
cry.
like kicking her feet. She's
Oh
like,
my god, like yeah, I
know.
see that. Cute.
It's every time I think about it, it's just because it was, you know, good times.
they got a song on the EP called Baddie. It's a banger. Everyone should
no,
listen to it.
not baddie.
Dude, they got Baddie.
Man, he's too young to be talking about baddies. What are you talking about?
And it's a song with like a bass, so it's like a doom 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 doom. They're like, yeah, she like
Ooh.
fine, y'all. We gonna meet up with her at the lunchroom.
Absolutely
wild.
not. Absolutely not.
It's wild.
We're gonna eat our snacks together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
give her my
excited.
cookie in exchange for a juice box.
I'm gonna give her. Yeah, I'm gonna trade her my juice box for her chocolate. Okay.
It was so funny though, because when the video started, I was just like, oh my god, like they're doing a lot of videos now for the 9-to-5 girlies, the 9-to-5 office
Girl, I
people.
love that we talk about CRAVITY like they children, but they literally all like 21 and older. They're gonna go to the playground.
Some of them have just like a lot of, younger energy.
Yeah.
No, it's true. They just like they're really cute. Like they're really really cute.
Bro,
But also,
they shouted out dripping in their song. They said we
Oh my
dripping, dripping. I said dripping.
Oh my god.
Dripping
they're
always be popping up.
friends.
They just always be popping up in our lives. Dripping.
I'm saying, like, is this an omen? Like,
Is this
what's
a
gonna
sign?
happen?
Yeah. Is
Is
dripping
this a
gonna be
sign?
like our big break?
We're gonna need to interview Drippin. We're gonna have to talk to Drippin about this. Like,
What if they're like, it's
Stop showing
you?
We're gonna be like, hey.
so CRAVITY went on Sami's show, the one that used to be
Oh my
Jessie.
god, that shit is so funny.
So I haven't watched it, but
laughing.
I saw a clip of the little baby cherub, Hyunjun,
Bro.
that he put his jacket on Sami's like legs, and then he was just like, "So do you like younger,
No, so
like,
she
younger
said,
men?"
so when he did it, she was like, oh my god, no man has ever done that to me. No man has ever like put their jacket on my lap. And he was like, so how do you feel about younger men? And I was like, yeah.
Dead.
I was like, "Shoot your shot,
Shoot your shot.
your
Yep.
shot."
And she was, the woman was too stunned to speak because she was just like, she like didn't say anything. She was like,
Oh my god.
She was just like, what? How do I come back from this? I can't. It's on camera.
I'd be like, cut the cameras.
Yeah, be like, hold on, I need a break.
And then there was a moment where she put the jacket around his shoulders and he went, no woman has ever done that for me before.
Oh my god, damn, he was going for it. Good
He
for
was
him.
I
so
love
funny.
him.
He is hilarious.
He is so funny. Like, ever since Produce, I've just like, because he always looked like he was gonna cry, and it was the cutest thing.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
just like, adorable. Love him. Anyways, he's my child. I love him. Youngjae, yay, got 7. He dropped a special song called Every Day.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I wonder who told him to name that.
Skirt, skirt.
Bam Bam. Bam Bam. He said, how about Erde? He said
And the thing is that I'm pretty sure he was in Thailand for the music video,
Yeah.
so like it probably was.
Bam Bam was there.
Wouldn't
He
be
was like,
surprised.
hey.
I'm gonna be in your home, you know. So like, what should I name this song? Erde.
Erde.
That's it.
Done.
So should I name it in Korean every day? No.
No.
Erde.
Erde. Erde.
Erde.
But
Erde.
yeah, it was super
That's
cute,
what
like a
everybody
cute
say.
homemade type of music video.
But I like the song, and he looks good.
It's cute,
He
yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know what girlfriend he got. Because he got the
yes,
good pussy glow.
I was just about to say.
So
I was just about to say, because he just went on that show and they were just like, so, you know, like, how long you been with your girlfriend? And he's like, 10 years, you know, I got this. And they were just like, no, that's not what I meant.
No.
That's
You
not what
said that too quickly.
Yeah, no, but they asked him, like, also, like, idols should date, like, so how do they not get caught? And he basically was just like, just don't go outside.
Basically.
So now every August is just like, so Youngjae, you're telling me that you and your girlfriend are just at your house. No
Yep.
wonder you never leave your house.
no wonder you look so good.
Yeah, that too.
Good for
I love
him.
also that this video is just him frolicking around Thailand. Like, I love this for him so
Yeah.
much. ONEW also came back with O in parentheses circle.
First of all, I know Tarika was going crazy in this music video because all the circles. All the circles.
It was just a lot happening. I tried to focus on the creepy rabbit thing because that was like the easiest.
I don't know what that was. I was so confused. Why was it there?
No
The
one
little
knows.
puppet.
You know what the funny thing is, that I watched this and all I could think about was, this is like it was just like a mind fuck, because it's like the song is very haunting. And you know, he's like, we're all different but we're all the same, and I'm just like and then you look at the music video and it's like random cute shit everywhere, like children toys and shit, and you're like,
But that's creepy. Kids are creepy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just like, so we're all one and the same.
This
but
is
we're all
this was
different.
my thought process, right? So the music video started. I was like, "Oh, he looks great," and then I saw all the little, like, I don't know if they were like rubber bands or what they were. They were circles. I said, "Oh my god, Tarika!" And then like they went away, and I was like, oh, "Okay, she'll be fine." And then and then the little creepy puppet popped up while he was like getting all emotional and singing and stuff. But then I was like, "Oh, he looked good," except for those contacts. Those contacts are too blue. Makes him look creepy. And then I was like,
Yeah.
wait, maybe that's the point, because there's a creepy doll. Maybe he looks creepy. And then there was more circles, and I was like, oh, Tarika, oh my god. And then
And then
that's
his
all I thought
hair, that slicked back hair, was like, it was kind of scary, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I think that was the vibe.
that was
Yeah.
the
That
vibe.
was
That
was
was the vibe.
definitely
Same.
the vibe.
I think it was too, but like, could he like tone it down a little bit? He was kind of scaring me and the kids. We were like, excuse me.
It just left me with more questions than answers, and I was just like,
The song, however, is beautiful. He sounds great.
Yeah, it is
he
beautiful.
He
just
does.
wow. I love that man.
I think for this one, like, the chorus gave it, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it just gave him like a little oomph to the song itself, like the chorus of this song. I really enjoyed that. It was just weird, but he's a SHINee member, so like, you know,
Makes
ring ding
sense.
dong. Like, I should not. It be fine.
Also, this whole
It'll be
album is kind of the same vibe. Yes, it's an album, everyone. A whole album. My man released a whole album. He has a song called Caramel with Gary Boy, and it's great. Everyone listen to it.
With
Oh, I
Gary
need to go listen
Boy.
to that
With
ASAP.
Gary Boy. Yes.
My baby.
And it is great. It's very like how do you like boppy, like din din, like a Jason Mraz vibe. It's very good.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've only heard this one, so
Yeah, that's my man. I have to support him because he pays my bills. So I gotta stream.
had to do it. Well, moving on to my man, to Kai of X.
He's everyone's man. What you mean?
I mean, yeah, but still.
He's not my man.
Kai came out with Rover. Dear God, thank you. Everything. Thank you, universe, for this song.
Yep.
This whole album, though, is like reggaeton, but like, it's like almost there to immerse itself fully into reggaeton, but it's there.
It's one step. It's like one step.
Like, yeah,
away.
it's like one step away. But either way, this song is fucking, it slaps. It's so good. It's so good. The edits that have come out just from this song, incredible.
Incredible. Yes.
Like, amazing. The Take a Ride With Me, Do You Wish to Be Free? Yes. Yes, Kai, I'll be free with you. I'll be free with you. Like, woo! And for all of y'all coming after him saying that he plagiarized this song. No, he didn't. I think it says on there that it's they bought the rights for the song in order to do this. So it's
What song is this?
It's a song by a Russian singer called Dara,
Oh.
but it's literally called Mr. Rover. But also, I would just like to, if anyone doesn't know, this is the entertainment industry. So songs go in this thing, and people can buy them and record them. This happened with
All Time Low and Big
All
Time
Time
Rush.
Low, yep, and Big Time Rush, where they both released the same song.
And it was literally at the same
consecutive
time.
albums, yes. So like,
And it was
this
around the
happens.
same time. It wasn't even like years apart. No, it was literally at the same time.
literally their like albums came out together, and
Yep.
it's because a label, once you sign with a label, they own a song, and they can just be like, hey, do you want to use this song to another artist? Even though you want to also use it, they can be like, here, you want this? And they're like, yeah, this sounds great, I think we should record it. And then they record it, and you know,
You can't do shit about it.
exactly. This is good. And then I listened to the original version because I was curious, because that's just who I am, and it's also a very good song. So I'm low-key like, can they ever perform this together? Because I feel like that would be
I
like
wish.
super hot, because she is super hot.
Yeah, this song gave me whiplash. It saved my life. It took me to heaven, then hell. Threw me back into earth, and they were just like, okay, you can stay here. And now here I am.
Nice to have you back.
He also looked great. This is this thing that Kai does where he's just like the sexiest man I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he just exists.
He's just
yeah.
Literally.
the choreo, and then he's like commenting on all these like younger artists' challenges, like him and Taehyun from SF9 or like besties now. They like exchanged numbers and
Yeah,
shit.
it's
And I'm like,
cute.
oh my god, yes. First of all, because the two of them together, wow, I would fucking combust. But
And it's so funny though, because he was just like, oh, like I was really shy.
yeah, he was like, I
because-
didn't know what to comment. So let me tell y'all the full story. So Taehyun was the first idol to post a cover of Rover. It was the
Love
first
that.
idol to do the challenge, and then he posted it. And then Kai saw it, and he was like, oh my god, do I comment on it? Like, what do I do? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. He's so good. I love this guy. Right below. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But the backstory is that like months previously, they were at a concert together, and Kai went to go grab Taehyung's hand to like bow, and Taehyung didn't notice, so he didn't hold Kai's hand, and so Kai bowed, and he was like, oh damn, okay. And then like Taehyung like was on a radio show, and he was like, no, I just was so nervous, I didn't even see his hand, I didn't see anything. He was like, I love you, like don't, please. He was like, I love you so much. He was like, you don't understand. And so then Kai was like, I was nervous to like reach out for the challenge, but he was like, I'm gonna comment, right? And then he was like, let's do it together sometime. And then Taehyung immediately replied on Instagram, and he was like, whenever, like just let me know, just contact me, I'll be there. And then neither of them like, and then both of them went on their respective Bubble platforms. So Kai on Bubble and Taehyung on Weaver or on Universe, and they were like, oh my god, do I DM him first? Like, what do I do? Both consecutively at the same time. We're like messaging their fans, like, okay, what do I do, you guys? Like, do I DM him? Like, what's up?
Brainstorm
Kai was
time.
doing it with XOLs, and then Taehyung was doing it with Fantasies, and Fantasies were like, just DM him, just DM Kai. And he was like, oh my god, okay. And so Taehyung was like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna DM him. And so Taehyung DM'd him, and then he went back in Universe. He was like, oh my god, I did it. He was like, I messaged him.
It was cute.
And then Kai was like, oh my god, he messaged me. And then Kai went to reply. He was like, okay, I replied. And then Taehyung was like, I gave him my number. It was like a mega. And then Kai talked about it on a radio show, and he was like, I was so nervous because I didn't know what to say. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cute.
It was so cute.
That is so cute, God.
There's a whole TikTok about it. It's so funny because they were both like, oh my god, he just messaged me. And then on the other one, they were like, oh my god, he just saw the message. And I was like,
Wow, I didn't know
Damn,
that.
idols. They're just like us.
For real, though. Worse.
Like, they are worse.
So funny.
Yeah, that's your coworker.
Like, they were down bad. That's so funny, though. I love that.
It's hilarious.
I just love friendships between, like, all these idols. I'm just
And
like, yes.
EXO is all together, right? And they're doing like content with Kai, and it's just great. And shout out to Chanyeol, because during the EXO's reaction to this music video, he was like, "Damn, this should have been an EXO song."
Yeah.
I said, "You're
Yeah,
right."
everybody was just there, like, you know what? He actually has a point. Like that. This is the first time that like Chanyeol has said something, and the whole of like at least the Twitterverse was just like, the man is making sense.
The math is mathing.
The math is mathing right now. Like, this works. But I love this, and
Yeah.
also I love that Kai decided to do a song like this, because you know the song itself is kind of saying like that he can be whoever you want him to be, like, or he can be, you know, multiple people and just one person, which that's like Kai, like he's very like multifaceted and like multi-talented king basically, right? So I think that he's able to put different like personas when he's on stage, and that's so that I thought if it fit him so well. Like it fits him so well.
It is great. It is great. Kai did great. Does he ever disappoint?
No.
He does not. Now, where's my Baekhyun solo album and my Baekhyun tour? Hurry up, let's go.
Come on,
Speed that shit up.
Baekhyun. EXO. Actually, can they just fucking throw EXO in there too, please?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, give me an EXO comeback, but also, like, my man's back. He looks scrumdiddlyumptious. I was watching that video with all of them together, and he was just sitting there looking fine as hell in his hoodie and jeans jacket, and I was just like, "Mwah!" Like, hurry up.
Baekhyun does.
I've been deprived long enough.
Yeah, he came back from the military and was just like, oh, okay.
Yep.
The B in Baekhyun, it's not for Baekhyun, it's for Buff. Like,
Truly.
well, let's switch gears real quick. Cherry Bullet also released P.O.W, which POW. It's just POW.
POW.
It's just POW.
Prisoner
Play
of War.
on the World.
Oh.
Prisoner of
Okay.
war. That's how you know she's a history teacher.
Yeah.
No.
I'm about the song. Yeah. I think they do like it's like right before the chorus. It's like a siren and like oh type of shit. I don't even remember what the beat sounded like, but before the main chorus they do something, and that shit I like. But besides that, the song was not for me.
Yeah, same.
But y'all are cute though. Keep it going, little girls. We love that. Okay, I know that you got a lot of supporters because for some reason this is popping off on Twitter. At
Oh,
least on
that's good.
on my timeline, and that's really good for
She
them.
said for some reason.
First, listen. I don't know. It's not the reason for me, but it's a reason for somebody, and that's what's important. And our favorite girls, NMIXX. NMIXX dropped Young Dumb Stupid, and I thought that this was the song, and I feel like I say this every time. I thought that this was gonna be the song, that I was just like, all right, but then the chorus had to come in and ruin it with that little what's that called, like
The nursery rhyme.
the nursery song.
The next switch. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, that just screwed it up for me. Screwed it up completely for me. The song is cute. They look adorable. Like, the dance is good. Like, then the chorus just ruins it. So,
Listen to me, okay? I was talking about it today in one of our group chats, that this is the surge of girl groups, right? Girl
Yeah.
groups are like popping off, right?
Yeah.
And there's some great girl groups with some great concepts. And then you got NMIXX, who are a group of talented young ladies. Sure, their stage presence is lacking a little bit, but shit, if I had these kind of songs to perform, my stage presence would be lacking too. So give them
Good
stop
songs.
doing
Give
this
them
to
good
them.
songs.
Stop
Yeah, give them
doing
good
this to
songs.
them.
Yeah.
This is just rude. This is just
That one
uncalled
song
for.
they had, was it a Christmas song? That one song they had, that was
Yes.
good. And this one wasn't bad either until like
yeah, until the chorus.
like the nursery rhyme thing. Like, I get it, it gets stuck in your head and blah blah blah. But like,
But all I can think about is the actual nursery rhyme,
right?
not the song.
I know, and that sucks. So like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just tired. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of having to like fight for my life for this group. Okay, I'm tired. There's just the potential is crazy.
And you're just throwing it away.
If you give them that one concept out of the 75 you put in a song for them, just give them one, right? If you're gonna go crazy, give them the crazy part of the song. If you want to go like not so crazy, give them the nice mellow parts of the song, right? But just stick to that. I'm so tired of everyone being like, oh, it's just like NCT. No, don't ever come at me with that shit. NCT makes noise music, yes, but they do not have 97 songs in one
song.
fucking song. Like,
Yeah, they have like 80 in one song.
No,
not
it's
97.
It's all just noisy, but it's like the same noises. If we using pots and pans and like scrubbers, like, you know, dish scrubbers, that's what we're getting consistently throughout this whole song. Pots, pans, and dish scrubbers. Not pots, pans, dish scrubbers, horns, the gum at the bottom of your shoe, a door slamming, a chair squeaking. Like, we're not, you know what I
The
mean?
sound the flip flops make.
Yeah.
like, but it's true. But it's just like, I feel like I'm listening to a whole album in 4 minutes, and
a
I just
lot.
should
Very
not feel
overwhelming.
like that. It shouldn't feel like that. And it's just so frustrating because you can obviously tell these women are talented. Like, they're adorable. The concepts, like, the visuals are great. They're cute. Like, it's like, but then they're just like,
But then the song,
why?
and then you think that the song is gonna be all right, and then it hits to the point that it's not all right, and you're like, damn it.
And the problem is, they're so adorable. I give a chance every time. I'm like, maybe I'm not gonna hate this song. Maybe I'm gonna like this one. And then it happens again. And then I'm just sitting there looking at them with a muted fucking song, just watching the music video for the visuals. Not even listening to that shit. Like, I can't do it. Like, I had to rewatch this because I just wanted to pull my hair out. I couldn't, like.
And that's their downfall, bro.
Just
Like,
lost it.
why do they give them bad songs?
Yeah.
And they have a whole Lily. She's such a good vocalist. One of the best vocalists, I think, like female vocalists in K-pop right now. And they're not using her. They're just like, she just screams. She's like,
Yeah.
like, I'm like, no, I can't.
I'm gonna need for JYP Entertainment to step out, and I'm gonna need Through Ratchet to come in and make a song for them.
Oh my God. It has to relate to Stray Kids. We knew she was bringing it back somehow. I'm just
I know.
kidding. Yeah.
As soon as she said step out, I knew.
Oh,
I knew.
shit, I
As soon as she
didn't
said
even
step
mean
out.
Wow. It's just ingrained in her at this point.
That was subconscious. I did not even realize that.
Your soul knew.
Yeah, I just need them to do better by them because they have the potential to be like a really fun group. So I just need them.
They
to
do.
better. Not like them to be better, but the company.
And like Dice was almost there. Dice
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
almost good. And then they took like 80 steps back. Now we're back at 00 or whatever the fuck that
Oh,
song
I
is.
hate it.
And I just bitch,
hate
I just don't understand. Like, I was standing there in shock at KCON with everyone screaming those lyrics.
Yo,
I was like, how?
That was
Why?
That was the most surreal like moment when all you hear is "Pala, pala, pala," and you're just there
I
like
was
sitting like
so confused.
like, oh my fucking God, maybe I am the odd one out. Like, everybody fucking likes this song except for me. Like,
Am I the drama?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I felt in that moment.
it's so bad. But anyways, NMIXX. Yay.
Do better, JYPE, because I want to give them a chance every time because that one song was so good. That one Christmas song was so good. I'm like, maybe there's an inkling, just one
You
time
thought.
that they're gonna give me something. They
They
didn't.
didn't.
And I'm just here
One
like,
day.
could you imagine if they did something like, if they did like an Everglow-ish like type concept
Ooh,
where
that'd
they
be
were like
dope.
boss bitches, or if they did like, if they were the next like Miss A where they were kind of like sexy cute, like there's just so many possibilities.
The possibilities
And you just sitting
of the,
here.
and
Of possibilities being possible.
oh my gosh.
I just think like JYP's track record with girl groups are so good. Why are you dropping it? Like, why are you dropping the ball now? Like, you had a whole Wonder Girls, and now you out here giving me Frere Jacques. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I want to know who sat in the studio, listened to this song, and was like, "This is the one." Like, who?
I also want to know that part because no.
Who was like, y'all know what would be crazy? Let's put a, what is it, French or
It's
Russian
French.
or a French war song in this chorus? Let's do it. Frere Jacques. Like, bruh, come on. Are we gonna be ashes all falling down?
Oh my
the next
gosh.
single? Or like what?
Not the Black Plague.
Place your bets on what song they're
JYP is listening to this right now. What's that song?
It's a whole series that they have coming out. It's a whole nursery rhyme series.
They're gonna. It's gonna be the sana sana culito de rana. They're gonna be like, ooh, do that one, do that one.
That's my shit.
Anyway,
Wow.
do better for NMIXX, please. They deserve it.
They do deserve
Jesus
it.
Christ. Also, I'm so sorry to Pana, our friend Pana. He might be listening to this. He texted me with the tour. He was like, "Oh my God." I was like,
No.
"That's a solid pass for me." But you have a great time.
God, love that
You have fun.
too.
We're gonna end this week like we do every week with our songs of the week. I've been listening to a lot of EXO.
Yeah.
I miss Becky. So I've been listening to a lot of EXO, specifically like their ballads. So like Black Pearl and like What If and like Baby Don't Cry.
Ooh, Baby Don't Cry.
Those just hit different. I also been listening to a lot of CIX because seeing them so soon. I cannot wait. So let's just say one of the greatest K-pop songs of all time, Cinema. Also one of the greatest K-pop songs of all time, Movie Star. Also one of the greatest K-pop songs of all time, Jungle. Just listen to CIX. Because their discographies are just like amazing, and I can't believe I'm gonna see 458 in person, and I'm gonna like fucking sob, and it's just gonna be a great time. Y'all gonna see, if you guys are at the Oakland show and you see a girl in a pastel sweater ugly crying, don't worry about me. Also been listening to NCT Dream because we secured them tickets, and so seeing my boys. I will not be on floor though. Catch me in the seated section.
Erica's gonna camp out. I'm excited for her.
I am.
I'm excited for Terica to get barricade. I, however, will be with my drink watching the Jumbotron from my seats. But I will be there, and that's what matters. But I've been listening to a lot of NCT Dream, specifically, Hello Future, because I cannot believe I'm gonna hear OT7 Dream perform Hello Future. And also I'm Yours, because it is slowly becoming my favorite NCT Dream song, because it's yours. Sorry, it's so good.
Such a good song.
Just wow. Stan Dream, everybody, and Teddy Bear. Oh God, I loved it.
Yeah.
My songs of the week are Rocket by NCT Dream, because that album fucking slaps. And because I am heavily missing Lucy right now, I've been listening to them, of course. I'm gonna recommend Watermelon, because found out that I was supposed to be on the set list. It's okay, we'll see it live one day. And also Unbelievable, because it was unbelievable.
All of my K-pop listening has been research based this week, so of course I've been listening to a lot of Dream because I've been like analyzing all of their music videos, specifically Hello Future, Candy, and Best Friend, got the best you ever had, and Best Friend Ever. So yeah, literally I've only been listening to Dream, and not because I'm in the mood, but because I've literally just been doing research for my outfit. So I'm just gonna say Hello Future and Candy, because those are where my outfits are coming from. So yeah.
Ooh. So for my songs of the week, let's all act surprised. I've also been listening to Lucy.
Shut
know,
up!
no way.
You listen to Lucy?
No
That's
way.
crazy.
I've been listening to a lot of Unbelievable, Flare, and Snooze. I feel like Snooze and Flare are like the two top songs. And also I've been getting ready for obviously Stray Kids. So I've been listening to a lot of that. Specifically Three Racha, Miro, Sone, Charmer. Wow, sorry. I'm so excited. And now I've also been listening to Twice, so like Moonlight Sunrise and Wallflower from their latest album. And yep, that's what I've been listening to. I still don't know what I'm wearing for the Stray Kids show. If this shirt I ordered comes in, then I got it. If it doesn't, then I don't got it. So I'll figure it out.
You got this.
All I know is that Changbin and the rest of Stray Kids are gonna be right in front of me, and I'm gonna die. Thank you.
I'm so excited for you. I cannot wait to see this.
Just the fact that I'll be at that show and it's I'm malfunctioning.
As always. So whether you're going to be screaming about Changbin, screaming about CIX, screaming about NCT Dream, screaming about Twice in these upcoming concerts, or screaming about NMIXX, love that for y'all. Make sure you always
Fangirl on!